Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to take an opportunity to look at the dōTERRA.com website to be able to share with you where to find the country that you're working out of, because it can get very complicated, what the product of the month, how to find out what the specials are. Let's do some shopping. We'll look at the loyalty rewards and how we do that. And I'll leave it open for questions if anybody has any. So if you're not able to join me live and you are joining me on replay, just comment below that they're joining me on replay so that I can make sure that I acknowledge you. And if you're joining me live, then welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, what I've done is I've just signed into dōTERRA.com. Actually, I'm going to take some spearmint to make sure that my presentation is exactly what it is that you need. Okay, so we're on dōTERRA.com. I haven't signed in, I haven't done anything. So as you can see, when you sign into dōTERRA.com, you have an option at the top to either go to Canada English or to stay on dōTERRA.com. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my account, and it's the little man or the little person, and I'm going to log in. And as you can see, it's United States English is right below. So I'm just waiting for the opportunity to log in. So I'm going to put in my dōTERRA ID number. And my password. And then log in. I'm using my iPad, so it may look a little bit different for you if you're using a laptop, but no worries. Everything should be where it is. Now, I do this as a business, but I wanted to show you because my resources are, this is where I am. Now, as you can see, when it says select a warehouse, I'm in the Canadian site. Whether I chose to go there or not, it doesn't matter. I'm in the Canadian site, right under select a warehouse. Can you see that? Okay, great. So I'm going to click on my account. When I click on my account, as you can see, it says beside Hello Joan, it says Canadian English. That's another way to know that I'm in the Canadian warehouse. So with this, I can look at my profile. I can go and look at order history and see what I have ordered. I will go there just to see what I have ordered. And as you can see, I can track the orders. I can see what it is that I have done and whether they've been shipped and what else has been going on. So if you've ever been concerned about your orders, this is a way that you can go and see. Now, I have an office. If I go into my office, I get an awful lot more things. So anyway, let's go back to the main page. So I'm going to shop at the top. And there's a couple of things that I want to point out to you here. So do you say 15% off? Don't miss your chance. At the top bar where you see the arrows on both sides, this is where the promotional items are happening. So there's 15% off Cobaiba until the end of the month. And so they're going to show that to you right at the top. So if you've ever wondered what it is that's going on with dōTERRA, you will see that right at the top. So let's stay on the Canadian site for a minute, because I just want to show you that there are some differences. So for example, let's go up. If I wanted to look at anything in doTERRA, if I wanted to look up single oils, so let's look, let's look single oils. If I was concerned about a particular oil, then I could go alphabetically, as you can see, and click on an oil and get some information on it. So I'm going to click on cilantro. There we go. So when I click on cilantro, as you can see, there's a few things that are going on here. So cilantro oil, it tells me how to apply it. It tells me that I can use it topically for skin and nails or household services. I can also use it in cooking. And so when you look at the bottom, you see ATIN. That means you can apply aromatically, topically, internally. And N, I'm not sure. That's a new one. I'm sure it's a new delivery method. So we'll see. It has, when you look at this item, it has the item number. It tells you the size of the product, and it has a PV 2750. In this particular case, it's the value of the product. So product value is 2750. You only need to be concerned about that if you are doing a loyalty reward, or if you're in the business. That's important to you to know, but that's why that's there. So they show you what the retail price of the product is, and they show you what the wholesale price of the product is. And that's important if you were talking to someone and they wanted to purchase an oil off you, then you would sell it to them retail. So you can put the quantity into the bag and go from there. But what else it tells you is primary benefits, the description, the uses, what its chemical components are, all kinds of things. And then it tells you what other recommended products might be there. So the nice thing about this is, if you have an oil that you received and you just don't know what its uses are, don't hesitate to go into the section on oils and look at it. Now, as we're waiting to go back onto the main page, there are other things there that might be of benefit to you that you may want to check out. So as you can see, we have single oils, proprietary blends, touch products, which I'm going to go into touch products because these are the little gems. So if you wanted to use essential oils on all age groups in your family, doTERRA Touch products may be a way for you to do that, where you don't have to dilute them because they're already pre-diluted from doTERRA. So if we look at the touch products, there is all of these different ones that you can use that are already pre-diluted and beneficial for you. So I'm just showing them to you because if you're one of those people that says easy peasy, these may be ones for you to look at. And there are ways that you can get them as kits. And as you can see that we do have a doTERRA Touch Cobaiba coming, but it hasn't been released yet till I believe October 1st. So that I wanted to show you because I thought that that was, pretty important. The other thing I wanted to show you is natural health products. Now, natural health products are products that have been approved by Natural Health Canada to use as as a natural health product. And as you can see, these are ones that have been approved, and they cost the same. They're exactly the same way. And isn't that lovely? So knowing that these have been approved by Health Canada is probably pretty neat to know, right? So look at all the products that have been approved by as a natural health product. And, you know, and then there's another page here to look at as well. So this is a real opportunity for you, that if you are talking to someone and they're, you know, they really have some concerns, look at the things that are considered natural health products. Now, normally what we do is we leave these alone for those that are running a business, because to have that on their product is really important, because you can get the same product, the same price, the same everything without that sign on it. But for those that need that, it's there and available for them. So let's go back to the page, because I really want to show you this. Deep Blue has its own section. So if you were looking at just a Deep Blue product, you could click on that and that would have its own section. On Guard has its own section. Just to bring to your attention some of the products that are available in the On Guard products. On Guard has its own line. And as you can see, laundry, detergent, and hand wash, mouthwash, toothpaste, all of these things are aligned so that you have what you need to support your immune health. And this supports you really from that perspective. There also is Zengest products, which are the digestive blends. So you can check that out. Other areas for you to look at is maybe limited time offerings. Now, remember, we are in the Canadian shop. You can see that on the search bar. So in Canada, what's available from a limited time offer is these products. So if you missed the adaptive bath oil at Christmas last year, you still have the opportunity of getting it. If you want a box, if you want the Amavi collection for men. But these are some of the things, if you really like the Citrus Bliss, they are still available for you, and they're limited. So as soon as they're gone, they're gone. If you like the Hair Care Travel Trio. Anyway, these are some of the things that were put out just as a limited time, and they're still, as you can see, they may still be there for you. So that's something to look at. The other thing to look at is new products. So dōTERRA just launched a number of new products, but you can see in the Canadian warehouse that they're not there yet. The Abode, the home blend for your home is coming soon, October the 1st. The Cobaiba Touch is coming soon, October the 1st, but there's other things here like ginger drops, the Madagascar vanilla is coming soon, the Tulsi. So you can see that a lot of the things that are going to be coming or that is brand new, and you want to check that out. That's another opportunity for you to do that. So my point is that you can look through this section and see a number of different things that may be available to you. Let's look at Healing Hands Foundations Canada and see what it is that they have available there. So if you wanted to make a donation to Healing Hands Foundation, you could do it through here. And what that is it supports all the work that dōTERRA does around the world in, you know, perhaps building schools or supporting schools or building washrooms in schools, or medical facilities, et cetera, et cetera. Now, if you buy the Hope Touch, then all the proceeds go to Healing Hands or the Spa Rose Hand Solution. So if you wanted to support them, but in a non-monetary way, there's another way for you to do that. So let's go back to the main page. And you can certainly see all the things that you can do. Wellness programs, collections and enrollments. So let's look at that for a minute, because I think that is something that people don't really recognize that is available. So sometimes you may want to purchase something and there is maybe a better way for you to do that. So there's enrollment options. So but collections, let's go to collections. And you'll see different collections that are available for you. For example, the athletes collection. If you want to give a gift, there's somebody that's an athlete in your family. This is a real appropriate a gift for them. If you wanted to, anyway, just to let you know, there's essential skincare collections. It depends on what you want. This is what I wanted to show you. So if you really like the Touch collection, on the bottom left, you can see the doTERRA Essential Aromatics Touch. If you wanted the kids collection, it's there, the spa collection. If you were looking at skincare systems, if you were looking at, anyway, there's all kinds of touch. If you wanted the basics, and in a touch format, it's there for you. So oftentimes what I do is I accumulate points through my loyalty rewards that I order every month, and that gives me an option. So now that we've gone through the Canadian shop, I want to take an opportunity, excuse me, to show you the difference at the US, to be able to go to the US warehouse. So I'm going to click on the US flag to select the warehouse, and it's going to take me to the US site. Look, it looks a little bit different on the US side. And really what's nice about this is all of the products that doTERRA talks about can be found in the US warehouse. So if you cannot find the product in the Canadian warehouse, you can certainly find it in the US warehouse. I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. I'm having a little cough. So let's look at this together. So when we look at the single oils and the proprietary blends, it's the same thing. But when we start to get into supplements, things get a little bit different. You get an opportunity to be able to purchase more supplements in the US. If you wanted weight management, or if you wanted children's products, if you wanted women's products or nutritional products, if you wanted your lifelong vitality, or what you should be doing daily. These are all here, and you can go in and just click on each one. I'm not going to do that and waste your time, but I wanted to show you that is there. Wait a minute, I'm still in the Canadian. I can tell if I'm in the US. Let's see, I'm in the US site. Here we go. So you can see it, if I go into the Digest Zen, it's called ZenGest in Canada. There's a clue that I'm in the US site. But there are other options available for you. So if you're looking to support your digestive system, there might be something here that would be of benefit to you. And we can certainly talk about that personally if that was something that you were looking for. See, they have a different, on the bar, you see Cura collection, Happy harvest. So there may be different opportunities here. They're doing the Cobiba as well, but there may be different opportunities for you through the US warehouse. They're providing the stronger protective blend here where they're not providing it in Canada. So do you see why sometimes it gets a little bit confusing as to what is available and what isn't available and so on? But all you really need to do is to look at which warehouse you want to be able to purchase your items from. So let's go back to the main page, and you can see the main page looks a little bit different. So let's look at the collections and enrollments in the US warehouse, because sometimes it's a little bit different. So let's look at the collections. The Canadian arm of dōTERRA has not been around as long as the US. So that's why some things are available. But here we have back to school essentials, we have the adaptive system, we have other things that are not available on the Canadian side. And these they may be important to you. They may be things that you really want to be able to use. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of that. So let me go back to the main page. And at the top of the bar on the main page, as we get to it, there's shop, our story, discover, and resources. Now, it's been my experience that when we're looking for any information that can support us, the US site really provides us with an awful lot of information. If you're concerned with, or you were talking to somebody about dōTERRA, if we went to our story, you will see that they share with you the story of dōTERRA. And it's loading, there you go. So it's, you know, when it was founded and all of these sorts of things that you may really get a sense of the vision of dōTERRA and what it's all about and where it's at. And you can also share it to other people if this is something that you wanted to do. If you look at the bottom, there's other things. If you wanted to look for events under company, if you wanted to, you know, purchase a living magazine, those are there for you. If you wanted to see what the promotions were, for those that are doing the dōTERRA as a business, there's opportunities for them. And there's customer service information there as well. So let's go to Discover. I love this section. This is probably the most important section that you can be using, because it gives you product education. There are blogs in how to do things. So if you want to do it yourself, or you want some recipes or healthy living, all of these things are here for you. Now, this is in the US site. There is some things on the Canadian, but I find this really beneficial. The Living magazine, there is one for Canada and there is one for the US, but things that may help you. Some of this is for if you were doing this as a business, but if I want to look at recipes, let's just click on recipes and see what they're talking about. So what's really fun about this is if you were looking at how to use your essential oils in, you know, in using for cooking or for making kinds of things like this, this is a really neat thing to do. So you just look and how you use some of the oils that maybe you've received. Now we've come through summer, so some of this may be, you may not want to do cold drinks, but look at this, like very easy peasy. If you were to click on anything, it would share with you how, the benefits of using these as, look at this, citrus recipes, kale and apple salad. Anyway, so know that those sorts of things are there. And I want to share with you as well that there are DIY recipes. So if you wanted to make your own, let me see, I probably went too far back. Let's go back to Discover. Just takes a while for my system. So if you wanted to look at, again, at the bottom of the page, it's loading. It was resources, wasn't it? And everywhere it will tell you a little bit more. So here's some resources for you. Source to you. Living Magazine is a really wonderful resource because it gives you hands-on ways that you can use going into the fall of 2019. It looks like for COVID, they really weren't. There you go. So you can just look at this and make a decision whether this is something that you want to be utilizing. It should just open. Well, if you were on your own, you could certainly play with that. So let me go back to Discover. I don't know if I've hopped back into why. Okay, how do I know where I am? If I go to my account, I'm back in the Canadian warehouse. Did you see what happened there? So as I was playing and moving back and forth, somehow I end up back in the Canadian site. And it's right next to my name. Hello, Joan. I'm back in the Canadian in English. So what do I have to do? I have to go to account. I can go to my account profile and click on North America, United States, English. And if the world is working properly, I should end up in the US. It says at the top, you're browsing the US website. Continue. So let's go back. So now that I'm back in the US warehouse, let's look at Discover. The search bar says, and look at the Discover the Solutions here for you. So you see how it was different on the Canadian website than it is in the US website. So in the US website, you can look at beauty and personal care, kids, reduce toxic load, eat right, lifestyle, informed self-care, exercise, mood management, and sleep. And we know that most of that would work the same for Canadian as well as US. There is body systems that work. So are you looking for specific systems? Are you looking for the digestive system or the immune system? What it is are you looking for specifically? The reproductive system, etc. And then down here at the bottom, this is what I really wanted to show you, is that there are ebooks. So please don't get frustrated by the fact that she does toggle back and forth between the US and Canadian is just because if you are Canadian living in Canada, it's going to try to keep you there if you're shopping. And the reason is if the products are available in Canada, you know, and you'll know, So let's look at ebooks. And the ebooks are one of the little hidden treasures that dōTERRA has made for us to be able to look. So look at this. So these are just incredible. And they're updating them all the time, because when I was here yesterday, this was a little bit different looking than what it is looking like today. So one of the things that I want you to consider is checking out these ebooks. They are just really simple and amazing and wonderful. When I clicked on 100 uses of essential oils, it brought me to all of the ways that you use it. And it's a really neat ebook, and you can move it over to, if you have an Apple, you know, to another way that you can read it later. You don't have to just sit here at your computer and read it at this, you know, all at the same time. Information now on reducing our toxic load inside and out, and really attempting to make people aware that these are some of the things that are going on. So that's it really in a nutshell. If I wanted to move over to the Canadian website, I could just hit continue and I would be in the Canadian website. But really, a lot of your information is there. Now, one of the other things that I did not share with you is the opportunity to have a mobile app. And I have the mobile app of dōTERRA, and it's really easy peasy. It's on my phone, and I just click on it, and it gives me all of the information. It doesn't take me to as much as this does, but it does bring me to, allows me to do my monthly orders, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's just see where I'm at again. I'm back in the Canadian warehouse. So when I go shopping, I'm back in the Canadian warehouse, and I have to make an actual effort to get myself back to the US. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was loyalty orders. Over here on the right-hand side, you can choose what to order on a monthly basis that may benefit you. And you can see there's edit order. I have something that comes monthly, and then create a new loyalty reward order. You can purchase from the US and the Canada. And I have mine in the US because I'm ordering supplements from the US. And I will be making some changes here. So I've just clicked on edit order. So recognizing that this is the order that I have that's going to be coming, and it's going to be coming on the 9th of October. So what I have to do is, before the 9th of October, if I want to make any changes, I have to make the changes. And if I'm not going to be ordering supplements, I can toggle to the Canadian warehouse and just do that. So let me see what you can manage the order date. So if I don't want to get it on the 9th, I can click manage order date, and I can change another date. Now, if you order before the 15th of the month, a loyalty reward order, and your point value, product value is over 125, then you get the opportunity to get the product of the month. And dōTERRA gives you a product free every month if you place a loyalty reward order before the 15th of the month that is 125 product value. a number of things you can do. So you can change the delivery, knowing that, you can have it put on your phone. So if you want, you can sort of be notified with regards to about the order. You can change where the address is. So if I want to ship my order someplace else, I can ship it someplace else. I can order, if I have points, I can just put points in. So just, and as you can see, I do my lifelong vitality pack on a monthly basis. And I also include in there, I have to see what I'm missing. I think I'm missing PB assisted stuff. So I have to make some adjustments anyway. And it's in my little bag there. So I hope that this was helpful. I don't see that we have any questions, but I hope that this was helpful for you. It kind of was daunting to me at the beginning of my journey in doTERRA, but I found that, as I maneuvered my way through it and tried to see, you start to recognize whether you're in one country or the other a couple of ways. That in Canada, the digestive blend is called Sengest, and in the US it's called Digest Sen. The respiratory blend in the US is called Breathe, and it's called Easy Air in Canada. So those are a couple of little tricks, but you can always move yourself back into the US if you need to. Let me make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Product of the month, shopping. The other thing to consider is there are wellness kits. So if you have a focused issue and you want to really put your attention against a specific issue, whether it be dealing with discomfort in the body or dealing with, maybe mood and emotions, there are targeted wellness kits that are available, and you can see them in, you can see them there as well. So I think that's it for me. Again, thank you so much for joining me, for taking the time to come out and to watch this, whether in person or on a replay. I love to share any information that I have with you, and be well, be safe. And if you found this of value, please let me know. I will be keeping this up on the Rainmaker Essentials education page for about 48 hours, and then I'm going to take it down. So that's it. Thank you. Have a fantastic day. Bye now.